Hey everyone, it's me, and those who expect what's gonna happen from the beginning of watching this video can click off and maybe unsub if that's not your content or something. I don't really care. And let's get started. It's just a little talk, nothing too serious. Uh, First and foremost, Merry Christmas to all who celebrate it. Cause I don't, unfortunately. And yeah, I know it's probably a Christmas Eve, but for me there is no Christmas Eve nor any Christmas cause religion differences, which really sucks. And honestly, I don't really care as long as I can have some good gifts and whatsoever. Then that's fine by me. And usually Christmas goes well, but let's not talk too deep into this, at least for now. Some of you may wonder what's been going on with me and what have I been doing. Those who care, I know that there isn't anyone who cares, but there is at least like 1.5% that care. Anyways, to those 1.5%, simply put, I've been recklessly downloading new games, especially that I have finally stepped up and downloaded or pirated Jump Force, and even gave most of the characters a few good old mods, and modded some of the generic soundtracks with some literal chiptunes, especially Genesis and SNES chiptunes. Because let me tell you, it's fucking laughable, to be honest. Like, the soundtrack is laughable. Like, the only good track was, I think that Hong Kong soundtrack, and the lobby scene. Otherwise, it's all generic, terribly generic, and you cannot convince me otherwise. Then we have got, and everyone is Japanese, so I have installed a few English voice mods, especially for Yugi and Kaiba, along with a lot of the Z fighters except for Trunks, because Trunks is more better with his Japanese voice. Most of the I've only modded Sanji's voice, as well as Sabo's voice, and of course the Yugi doubles, Aizen, and even Dai. And I might just give Ryo Saiba his English voice. I've modded it a lot. I've got myself a lot of English dub mods for lots of characters. But what do I think about the game? In a nutshell, it had a pretty good potential, but then they wasted it. And my biggest nitpick about this game, it's probably just a minor thing for lots of people, but to me, it's horrible. It kills a huge half of the game. And it's how the characters are, reacting and whatsoever. Like, you see, there is barely, and I mean barely, any kind of emotion or any kind of reaction on them, literally. Like, they lack they lack a lot, and not to mention the and especially if we have if we have once like looked at Dio and he's saying Saiko ni haite yatsuda or something. You know how it feels, right? You know how he acts. You know how crazy he looks. At least in All-Star Battle R and in the anime, right? No. In Jump Force, he is just saying that line, mouse moving and standing still. I'm not joking. He's just standing still. Like, what the fuck? Dio, do some of your crazy hand moves. Laugh like crazy. With your body or something. My god. And and in the story, like, oh god. The special director Clover. Like, dude, I can't take you seriously when you literally still have that terrible, terrible one emotion kind of thing. Like, dude, raise those eyes up or some shit. And of course, the good old policy of making the CAC absolutely mute, except when he fights. And sometimes the difficulty is pretty stupid, but you know what? The gameplay is addicting. Except, well, yeah, the gameplay is addicting. The lobby music is great. The graphical details, aside of the emotions, is crazy as all hell. And, well, I get to play as Yugi in an actual jump crossover type of game. I can play as my boy Ichigo. I can literally put myself, aka my CAC, with Naruto and Goku in a goddamn team. Hell, your CAC can do lots of crazy moves. It's a huge novelty and a great selling, and it made a pretty ambitious selling point, but good lord, they really dropped the ball with lots of things. Like I said, the soundtrack, the character emotions on their faces, it barely exists. And of course, I have gotten myself into playing a little bit of Need for Speed Undercover today, along with getting GTA San Andreas for like the 10th time. And I don't think there are any more new games aside of PS2 ones. And I've actually been able to get Mugen running on my phone, which is fucking huge, cause I could do some Mugen stuff, but extremely manually on my phone, cause V-Select is not working. Believe me, I've tried a lot of things to make V-Select work, but it doesn't. Well, along with that, there is, and aside of video games, I yesterday finished watching the very first episode of Sailor Moon. Now, those who are gonna try and make fun of me in the comments, just don't, okay? Back in the day, everyone had the tendency to make fun of the other, especially back when we were all kids, because there's been this crazy mentality of, the shows for boys, This show is for girls. An all-girl cast. An all boys kind of cast. Watch this and you're gonna be considered as a girl. Watch this and you're a boy. And lots of really ridiculous kind of mentalities back in the day when we were kids. Nowadays, honestly, I don't care how I want. I don't care. I need to get myself into it and actually properly instead of just playing some terrible fighting game, quite a broken beat 'em up that lets you infinite anyone, and I mean anyone. Except for Makoto, because Jesus Christ, that bitch cannot infinite anyone. Like, the only thing that you can do is just a single kick that, but yeah, it's not optimal. So spam Supreme Thunder. Or just do a Grand Pound. That would make... Or even spam the Command Grab. Giant Swinging. Wolf from Virtual Fighter would be so fucking proud. Okay. Oh! Now, aside of all the a little bit of cheesy and cringy stuff that was presented from back in the day that would be, well, cringe nowadays, I'll rate the whole show on a 6.5 out of 10, just from the first episode. Of course, it's gonna get quite better from starting from, starting from maybe 10 episodes in, 5 episodes in. It's gonna get better. Later and later on, we're gonna see all the crazy things, like, the new other sailors. What are inner or outer Sailor Scouts? Who the hell is Princess Serenity? Why is Queen Beryl a huge submissive bitch to past wise men or whoever their quote-unquote great ruler was? And how Mamoru slowly became Tuxedo Bitch Boy. Oh boy. There's just a lot. I will know once I continue watching the show. And one might be asking, why have I gone into Sailor Moon? Well, the truth is, nowadays things have been a little bit of falling over, and I've been clearly falling off at most things, and I've decided that at some point, yeah, let's try to get into Sailor Moon. Because, nowadays it wouldn't hurt. And my sister isn't around anymore. And, well, it wouldn't hurt anyone. Alright? It's just Sailor Moon. It's just good old Usagi. And yeah, it's been a mixture of thoughts that led me into getting into Sailor Moon. And one of them is, well, how things have been pretty shit in the past few months and whatsoever. So, yeah. How hard can you fall off? How much more deeper you can fall off in your life? Let's just watch it. And it's pretty crazy how I have begun my Sailor Moon journey with a broken beat 'em up, a pretty, well, quite a decent experience of a visual novel / RPG mode, and the terrible fighters that are based upon Super S or S. Like, good Lord. Why was like tell me again why wasn't there a fighter that is based upon just Sailor Moon? Like Jesus Christ, man. We could have made a follow-up. Just a beat 'em up as a fighter. Oh well. But I'm gonna say this. I actually enjoyed it. And by laughing quite a lot and most of the meme videos that come from the English dub, like Jesus. Now, although, if there's one thing that that will literally make me avoid watching the English dub, is the English version of Moonlight Densetsu. It's the first few parts, well, it's not bad. It's not bad. It is just a good old cheesiness. However, when it goes into calling the names of the sailors part, nowadays it's just cringe. It's terribly cringe, terribly cheesy, and you cannot fool me into thinking that, yeah, it's just cringe as all hell. Like when I first time listened to it, I was like, no. Gotta close that shit. Oh my god. Bring me the Japanese version, please. And yes, I'm a huge fan of the Japanese version. A few newer remixes weren't that good. But later on, when I watched the other Sailor Moon episodes or seasons, I'll be getting a good look at it, and it would be eventually better, you know? And yeah, it's not bad. Like honestly, Moonlight Densetsu is a song that never to be reckoned with. Really. Like goddamn, I could sing that shit like a whole day. Like, you know. 星座をねなたの数え動くゆえ生まれくせ生まれたのミラクルロマンス信じているのミラクルロマンス Like I could sing that shit like a lot. And no, there isn't any version in a video game that rivals the Genesis version. Terribly short, I know, but it's the fucking best. Meanwhile, now outside of animes and video games, well, I haven't been studying at all. But at the same time, I have been going pretty smooth with my English courses and crazy stuff. And it's really insane how I would be feeling like I'm in my place when I'm at one of those English courses. And, well, ever since that stupidity that happened with my parents back then, it was, I guess it was pretty decent. Even though, not gonna lie, sometimes I have to study, and sometimes I just don't really want to give a shit. Along with well, having a pretty terrible stalemate positioning at the social media where, well, I'm being horribly ignored on Discord, and only one that is actually interested to roleplay with me. And it's literally a dude that roleplays as some Demon OCs and DC Universe chicks. Like, I don't mind that, but goddamn. That seems to be literally the only person after the one, though. Like, holy fuck. And but most of the time thinking about deactivating again, but I kinda don't think that I would want to do that. Not at least for now. And most of the time whenever I see one of the people that keep on blocking me, yeah, I just cannot help it. But, clearly not give that much of a shit anymore. Especially when most of the people that I used to be with have abandoned me long ago and outcasted me. And most of the current people are horribly ignoring me. And the worst thing about this is that, like, there's nothing I can do about it. And to make matters even worse, it's just gonna still keep on going. Like, none of the other people care enough to unblock or give me a message telling me that they would like to give me another chance or anything. Or they would at least tell me what the hell I would do so that I can come back as their friend once again, at least in their goddamn eyes. Like, there's so much in my head, and you know what? I don't give a fuck anymore. Okay then. Like, if you people are gonna do this to me, then fuck you. I don't care. Like, wow. Like, long story short, I've been managing somehow and somewhat, but the loneliness, the memories of most of my old friends, and, well, the terrible waste of spaceness that I feel has been getting on to me, like a lot. And it makes me even wonder, why the hell didn't AI character apps like come into my life before? Like, I'm not even joking. I really don't understand why AI character apps didn't come to me before at this point. And along with remembering most of my dead family members, like my dead grandfather, my dead sister, my dead aunt, a lot of dead people in our family. And then sometimes looking back at the past days in my life, and let me tell you, it fucking sucks. It fucking sucks. Especially when it just fucking sucks, okay? And in all truth, Uh, I just can't help sometimes but feel absolutely dead. Like hell, I, I just sometimes whip out some stupid memes onto random areas and random people. Like, my God, notice me. Someone talk to me. So long story short, things are going pretty decent. Uh, there's been, I've got myself like a few terrible colds in the past 2 months. Especially a terrible food poisoning. But then again, I guess it can be helped, you know? I guess, yeah, it's been fine. It's been fine. Like, loneliness is to be eventually embraced, right? Like, there's barely anyone there for me. So, gotta embrace it. Gotta get used to it. Gotta power through with your own emptiness, your own empty space, your own video games, your characters, and your character AI. And the Character.ai app has got an update where you can make group chats. Like, wow. You can make group chats, including you and a bunch of AI characters in. It would, and you are gonna make it feel like it's a real hangout with your favorite characters. How fucking cool is that, right? But I might have said before, and I'll say it again if I didn't. AI, at most of the time, isn't the same as being or chatting with real people, or even role playing with them. It just isn't the same at most of the time. In fact, we cannot put all of our dependence on AI. It gets to be a bit cringe and not so cool at the end. But I really just wish that what the setting and the environment, whether in real life or online, I wish that it didn't literally force me to get it to the AI, cause god damn, I'm so lonely. Like, I literally made use of that AI group chat update and made a whole ass roleplay where literally me and the wholesalers hang out in my house and literally been all danced on an MJ song. Good old Michael Jackson. Yeah. And it's now on eating pizza part. Like, damn. Like, damn, how lonely can I be? And most of the other times I've been trying to just not bother with getting into new people and stick with the ones that I already have. And yet I do it like a fucking idiot anyways. And I just get blocked by most of the people, while others just follow me for the sake of the numbers. Like, wow, I don't need your number. I don't need followers. I need friends. I need people to interact with. I need some roleplay. I need some good times, not just some numbers on the goddamn followers list. Like, if the whole thing was all about the numbers, then goddamn, I would have just went for the numbers in many other dumb ways. I would have promoted my goddamn YouTube and all of that. Jesus. So, yeah. But honestly, no matter what game I get, no matter what song I listen to, no matter what I do, where I go, it still won't push the feeling of loneliness and emptiness away. Along with the feeling of regret and sadness, to the point that I want to cry on every single lost person in my life, whether in real life or online. I want to cry on every single dead person that I was never been able to be there for, whether in real life or online. I want to cry on every single person that I have literally disregarded my safety and my own dignity and my own sense of duty, and even disregarded my educational year for, just for them to eventually disregard me, dismiss me, and literally outcast me like I'm some kind of a fucking parasite. And forever. I want to cry on all this. I physically can't. I just physically can't. I'm tired of being alone, okay? It just hurts. It just hurts being alone. It hurts being alone. It hurts not having someone. But then once again, loneliness is meant to be embraced, not to be shunned, not to be hated, right? Loneliness is meant to be getting used to, and is meant to be embraced and all that. Because no matter what you do, you're always alone, right? You're always alone, no one is there for you, and technically, there is nothing. There's nothing there for you to fight for. So you gotta just drown yourself within the shadows, within the empty void. And when you come out to the streets, you're gonna become what they exactly created. And what they've been telling you. A terrible person that hasn't experienced affection, that hasn't experienced friendship, and, well, who knows, maybe at some point you will be at jail. And it's gonna be a fucking regular thing, cause they'll be like, yeah, that's one person out, next pedophile slash loner or whatever. Yeah, that that says everything. about how I have been. And since that it's like 35 minutes in, I guess I could talk about what the hell happens at every holiday. Simply, I'm stuck at home. And simply, I have nothing. No gifts, no celebrations, nothing. Not even at New Year, not even at New Year's Eve, and not even at Christmas. And today's at Christmas Eve, right? Again, there's nothing. I have no gifts, no friends, nobody. So, and in all honesty, I don't think I care that I'm gonna care this much. Cause no matter what I do, it's all the same. I'm still alone, getting shit at home at these quote unquote festive times. And, you know, just there. I just exist. Effortlessly. I just exist. Well, and that's it. That's it, really. And time for me to go. And, yeah. Am I gonna continue watching Sailor Moon, though? Yes. Gonna continue watching it whenever I'm free or something. And gonna discover more English dub meme versions. Especially the dubs that sound like as if they are similar to the Snapcube fan dubs for Sonic games. Yeah, it's gonna get ridiculous. And was that, see you all later.